Right, so the final lesson of week 2, key focus for today, guys, is to continue the M1 assignment, which is more in-depth and requires more detail than the first assignment that you have completed. So plenty of research, and you've got links to these Padlets where you've got hopefully lots of relevant information, but that shouldn't stop you from also doing your own research. If you need a particular statistic or piece of evidence, then yeah, I would encourage you to do that, and obviously make sure you reference the information that you find. Okay, so key thing with this assignment, as I discussed yesterday, is that you're working your way through these different sections. Okay, for each section you should be having at least 3 to 4 examples that support a positive impact of IoT on that area, and then 3 or 4 examples that outline potential issues or concerns about the use of IoT in that particular area. Okay, so 4 for each particular area as you go through this assignment. The only place where you're not going to need to do positive and negative is on legislation, because you can't really say there's a positive impact in terms of legislation IoT. So on that one, you're just going to be sort of highlighting examples of new legislation and actual cases maybe that have even started to occur because of the use of this new technology. Just a reminder also on the economics one, because on the economics one there's a little bit more detail needed than the other sections, and I'll just reiterate again one final time the things that you need to make sure you include in there. So do include 1 or 2 examples on the positive front of actual IoE projects that are being implemented by companies, and highlight the benefits that those projects are bringing to those companies. So maybe two examples of IoE projects might be good. Also under economics, if you could also highlight, obviously another benefit of the IoT is the fact that it's going to provide opportunity for new businesses to get off the ground, and hopefully make lots and lots of money and employ lots and lots of people. So you can highlight that point, but to back that up and evidence it, there are plenty of examples of existing IoT companies that didn't exist 10-15 years ago that are doing quite well for themselves now. So if you could highlight and find again 1 or 2 companies, find out about how much revenue they're generating, how many devices they're selling, etc., then I think it's certainly reasonable for you to infer that that's a positive impact for society in terms of the jobs and wealth that's created. Okay, and the final thing for economics is also not just the fact that new companies have been created, but also there are new IoT jobs that now exist. And again, if you just search for IoT based jobs, you'll find some interesting examples, a whole array of different types of jobs that you could just reference maybe 1 or 2 different examples to kind of make the case that actually it's creating new jobs and new skills for people to then go on and utilize and work in. So okay, so that's just that, and then just the last thing that we'll do today, just a reminder, of course, with this assignment, lots and lots of referencing going on. I was just going to show you a quick exemplar piece as well, piece of work from a student, just to give you an idea about detail and scale. Okay, so this is an example of a student's piece of work for citizens experience, and if I scroll down, you can see we've got lots and lots of referenced information here. Okay, and I'll just give you an overview. So we've got the introduction here about improving stress and reducing and also providing a cleaner environment as well for citizen experience with this smart parking application, and we've got a statistic there to back up about the reduction in traffic that they believe that particular technology has had. Here we've got a point here about the number of medicines that are incorrectly taken by patients, and therefore how IoT devices have been developed to try and improve upon that and stop that situation from happening, improving citizens' health. Notice we've got that link all the way through to citizens as well, as we kind of refer to this assignment. We've got different devices that are being used to detect crime and reduce crime that the police have. and that's also been backed up with statistics there about how that's particularly important in the challenging climate of police facing budget cuts, and needing to do their work more efficiently. Okay, so again, backed up with evidence and statistics, not just opinion. Okay, and then you can see the however, so it's an analyze question, so we're switching from however, so despite all these benefits there are concerns for citizens, and then we have negative concerns in terms of particular technologies and the safety of citizens in this case, and then we've also got about the trust as well, in relation to relying too much on technologies, and as citizens are we going to become too lazy, and are we going to lose some of the interaction that we maybe have that is part of our culture at the minute. Okay, and what kind of impacts could that have? Okay, and that's it. So you can see sort of 3 or 4 sort of positive applications and real life user cases of the technology, and then down here we've got 3 or 4 points around negative issues and concerns, and everything is backed up by evidence. Okay, and that's what you need to aim to do. Okay, so if you can repeat that for each section, you're going to do a great job on this assignment. And bear in mind, you cannot use this assignment to help you with your report. So please, no copying and pasting this particular assignment or plagiarism. Remember, turn it in. We'll pull that out, and I will basically return the work to you and ask you to resubmit it if that's the case. But other than that, hopefully that's given you a bit of a guide and sort of make sure that you're on the right lines with this assignment. And remember, you've got until Tuesday next week to get it completed. Any questions, please email me and ask me, or message me through Teams.